Hi guys. So today we are going to understand a new topic which is called props. So to understand what is a prop, let's first try to create a component. So I'm going to create a new component with the name greet, which means I will create a file called greet.js. Okay, I think I already created. So this is the file greet.js. And I will now write a simple component greet and return. Here I'm going to write div, and then inside this div tag, I'm just going to write a heading. Welcome to greet. And then close the heading and close, save it. Let's quickly export this component and then try to import it and display the component. Let's try to now see whether we are able to see the component. And yes, the component is visible in the output. Right? Very simple. So now we will try to understand what do I mean by creating a prop. So this is my greet component on the right side, and you have greet being used inside the app function, which is actually also a component. Now, to this greet component, I can pass certain values like message equal to hi. And if I want to pass a value called hi in the form of a message, then this is called a prop. So this is one of the ways in which we can pass values from our parent component inside our child component. I can also pass another value. In fact, we can pass as many values as we want. Of course, within a limitation, because we don't want to pass hundreds of values, but in a few number like 5 to 10 can be passed. So date, and let me write here 12. So this 12 is a number, which means I need to put it inside a curly brace. Save it. So now this is what we call as props. The message and date are props. And these props can be passed directly to my function or component. How can I pass that? That is something we will understand. So these values now we will pass to the greet function, and to pass them, we just need to do one small change, which is pass a variable called props to the greet component. Now this props variable will contain both of these values as an object. What type of object? Well, let me just show it to you. So the object is going to be of this format: message, hi, date, 12. So this is going to be the format of my object. All right. So let me just quickly write that again for you. So the format of my object is message and hi, date, and value 12. So this is my format of the object, which will be received by whom? Which will be received by this props variable here. So this is how the prop will look like. And that is how we can pass values to our component. So let's now try to see this with a simple code and verify. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just do a console.log of props to find whether the props is being passed and what is the structure of my prop. Again, open our application. And let's try to this time also open the console. So in the console, okay, let's open the console. All right. And within my console, you can see this is the object, date 12, message hi. All right. So this is what we have been discussing now. We can see this is my prop. Correct? So now if we are able to get this value, we can also print this value in a heading. To do that, let us just write a h4 tag, and we will write message equal to props dot message, and here I will write date equal to props dot date. Save it, and now we can see that we will be able to get the output in our component itself. So let me just show you the output. So as you can see here, guys, we are able to see the message equal to hi and date equal to 12. So that is how prop works. Simple. We pass the values which are available as an object, and we can print them. Now we can take this thing one step further. We know about destructuring. So rather than using props.message, we can directly destructure the object here itself when it is received, and we can directly destructure it with the value message and date. So I'm writing here message, a message and date. You can read about destructuring of objects if you do not know what it is. And now I don't need to even use props. I can directly write the variables, which is message and date, and it is still going to work. Let's verify now. And you can see that this is working fine, right? So now we understand basics of props, guys. Now the next thing, let us try to see what other values can be passed to a prop. Well, in general, we can pass. So let me just write it down for you. So what are things we can pass to a prop? We can pass a string. We can pass a number. We can pass an object. We can pass a state variable, and we can even pass a function. Yes. So all these things can be passed as props. So this is what we are going to do next. So try to write this piece of code, see if the application is working for you, and then we will go ahead with more detailed discussion about props.